Y'all, it's that time. It's where I sit down and test out all the makeup that I bought during the Sephora savings event to make sure that I didn't just waste my money. So you guys want to see what my thoughts are on all of this new makeup products? Well, then grab a snack, bestie, grab a drink, and let's go ahead and dive right on in. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do have a few products in here that I did not buy during the Sephora saving event, but they are still new products. So we're still gonna use them in today's video. I just absolutely love doing a try on haul after my Sephora haul because I just wanna make sure that like I didn't just like waste my money. Cause like in the past, I absolutely have. Like the Huda Beauty lip liners. I'm still regretful that I bought those, but this is a great way for me to try out the products and just to make sure I really do like them. And of course, test them all month long before I decide whether or not they were actually worth it. So we're gonna start off with the eyes today. I actually have the brand new Sigma Vintage Radiance palette. Let me tell you guys what this is all about. Head over heels with this glamorous mix of mattes, shimmers, and metallic hues. Perfect for everyday looks and special occasions alike. Featuring 14 buttery soft eyeshadows and a dual-ended brush, this gorgeous palette has something for everybody, including something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. Now this palette actually does retail for $65. I actually do have a code with Sigma. I think it is code Allie. What it saves, I don't know, because sometimes it's like 10%, 15%, 20%. It just like literally all like varies. So I truly don't know like how much coin you would save. But I do have a code, so I'm actually excited to dive into this. I did take the brush out just because I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of like brushes anymore inside eyeshadow palettes. To me, it's like still 2017, 2018 era. I just don't think the brushes are the softest, but I'm definitely excited to play with some of these shadows in here. So I am going to go into my Sigma eye base. You guys know that this is my absolute ride or die eye primer right here. I really do love it. And I am wearing some eye patches today because I bought the Beauty of Jocelyn. These are the Revive Under Eye Ginseng and Retinol eye patches. And I've always heard great things about these on Sephora, and I got these during the Sephora sale, so I really want to try them out. They've been sitting in my under eye for about 30 minutes now, and they are starting to dry up, which I think is a really good thing. And what's really irritating, funny enough, is that I did a shop with me vlog. Now, I haven't posted it yet. I do need to post it for you guys. But I went to our Orlando's beauty master store. And it's like a legit big master store. It's like one of the first ones here in Orlando. And they have so many different K-beauty brands there. And this brand is one of them. And so I saw that and I was going to pick it up. Now, I'm going to post that vlog just randomly for you guys because I did film the entire thing. I did buy a couple things from Medicube that I saw. I'm going to go into the shade right here called Moody. I did buy a couple things from Medicube that I saw. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it's pretty cheap compared to Ulta, but then I actually looked on Ulta's website and well, surprise, surprise, it's the same price. So I thought I was saving money. Some were on sale, but some were not. So I ended up not saving anything at all. Now, I remember the first time I actually tried a Sigma eyeshadow palette was when I went to New Orleans with Creator and Friends, and they had a dinner there. That was the first time I actually tried. I have a pimple right here. Are you serious? Oh my God. That was the first time I genuinely did try anything from the brand, and they actually had the brand owner out, and I thought that was actually really cool because like I guess you could consider that a brand dinner. But the other night I actually went to a BK Beauty and Beekman 1802 dinner event, and I was kind of a +1 because like Leah Janae got me invited, but it was really cool to like meet the team and kind of learn about the brands and the origins and how the teams start, like how the team got the job that they're at, and just kind of like what it's like working with the brand and stuff like that. It was actually really cool. I actually learned a lot, and I really had a lot of fun at that dinner. And I think I even said in my vlog, or I said something, this is my first brand dinner, but then I actually kind of realized like technically it's not, because I did the Sigma dinner when I was at Creator and Friends. But this was, I don't know, I feel like this was just different because this was like a group of people that I've never met and people that I've seen on TikTok at this dinner. And whenever you go into these beauty events, you don't really know how it's going to be, right? You hear horror stories about how beauty influencers are, and they're just like these stuck up people that won't talk to you if you don't have a big following. I'm going to go into this right here called Dusty Rose to help to blend that out. And I have to say, I met some of the people on the Beauty Creative, on the Ulta Beauty Collective. These are people that kind of like the Sephora squad that I applied to every year. It's the same thing, but for Ulta Beauty. And these people have like hundreds of thousands of followers for the most part. And I actually met a few of them at that dinner, and I also met a few of them at this at the Sniff event. And I have to say, they were actually incredibly kind. They were not rude at all. They like shook my hand. They introduced themselves. We were going to make like, small conversations and just truly just enjoy chatting, which I thought was actually really, really nice because I guess you're just, like I said, you always hear these horror stories about these bigger content creators, right? And then these people were so kind. Like, I was just like, wow, like... I was just kind of blown away by how nice they were and just how they didn't care, at least to me, they didn't care about following size or who you were. They treated you very respectfully, and I really, really, really like that. And so I always thought to myself, if I was ever in their position, like a bigger content creator, like that is how I would be in 2 seconds, because I don't care about numbers. I never have. I'm going to blend this shade right here called Buttercream on top of that. I've never, ever, ever cared about numbers. In fact, I think I'm the opposite, because I'll never forget years and years and years ago, Paige had just hit 100,000 followers on YouTube, and I had only had 8,000 followers. And I remember we were at Hollywood Studios. I had taken her to Disney, and she was like, we should do a collab together. And I said, no, absolutely not. And she said, why? And I said, because I have nothing of value to offer you. I was like, you have 100,000 more followers than I do. I literally have 8,000 followers. I have nothing else. I have like no value. Like, that's just such a huge difference. And I don't know. I want to be fair. I want to fairly compensate you. And she was very adamant, like, nope, I don't care. Like, we should, like, you're my friend. Let's do it. And I don't know. That's just how I've always been. I've just been very respectful. And I don't know. I don't ever want anyone to feel like I'm just like, taking advantage of their numbers and not, because I'm not. Like, I don't, like I said, numbers are not a thing for me. I care less. I could literally, if I mess with you, if I fuck with you and we get along great and we get along great and we vibe very well, I don't care if you have 100 followers. I will happily do a collab with you. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's not about that at all. It's about community and it's about relationships. And I genuinely believe in collabing people that I truly vibe with, because I would just hate it to be someone that I don't know and I don't vibe with, so we're just sitting there like, so... what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, I want it to be like we're just, kikiing and laughing back and forth and having a good time. That's what I want it to be, and that's how it's always been for me. So, like I said, going to the event was very nice because, like, those people were just, like, kind of the same way. They did not care. They were super kind, very respectful. And I really, really enjoyed meeting them. So I walked away from that experience feeling kind of like, wow, okay, cool. And the brands were very nice. Especially like Sniff. When I went to the Sniff event, like, I was Leah's +1, and they were so kind. They made sure to introduce themselves to me. They made sure to educate me on the brand, about the products, how they develop things that they developed. And like, we actually got to genuinely have true conversations, which I thought was so nice. And I got to meet quite a few people that are on the development team, and it was really nice to just have genuine conversations. Some were about Disney, some were about life, and some were about the brand and just kind of like how they started, where they came from, a little bit about myself. And it was just really cool. Like, I didn't feel like an outsider. Like, I genuinely did feel like I belonged, and that was a really nice feeling. Now, I will say it is a very surreal experience. Like, I will always feel like I don't belong there. Like, walking in, I'm gonna go in the shade right here called Antique, walking in and just being like, wow, like, these people have like hundreds of thousands of followers. They all know each other. I am a +1, so the brands don't know who I am. And so, I'm sitting here trying to make connections and talk to them, let them know, like, you didn't just invite a fly on the wall. Like, I do have a personality, I promise. It's still just a really intimidating feeling. It's super, super intimidating. Just making sure that super, super intimidating, making sure that, like, I fit in, but knowing that I don't fit in. Because, like, I don't. I know you guys are so sweet. You guys say I belong there. I read some of the comments. I read the comment section, but it's just, I can't ever ignore that feeling. It's something that's just so ingrained in me. It's really hard to describe. And I mean, I wish I can change that feeling, but I think it's just because I was a +1, so I essentially am a nobody to them. It is a very, like, unique feeling to go somewhere where the brand was very kind, but they don't know you. Leah walked in and they knew Leah, but they don't know me. You know what I mean? So that was a very, like, just a unique experience. Just a very unique experience. I can't describe it other than, like, it just felt very out of body and, like, almost like imposter syndrome. I'm just like, I don't belong here. I don't know these people. These people don't know me. I don't belong here. This is such a weird sensation. But at the same time, I will absolutely say that they were so incredibly kind. The Sniff team was so incredibly kind, like, super, super kind. And so was the BK Beauty and the Beekman 82. Like, they never made me feel like I didn't belong. It was myself that made me feel like I didn't belong. Does that make sense? Like, that's kind of like where I was, like, how I was feeling. If I could take a little bit of vibes right here, just a tiny bit, just to kind of add to, like, the outer portion, very lightly, just to make sure it's, like, kind of vibed and blended together. And then right next to that, I kind of want to go into Art Deco, and put that right next to that. I feel like it'd be so pretty. This is like a beautiful like neutral palette, like truly a beautiful neutral palette. I can actually see a lot of makeup artists having this palette in their collection for like wedding stuff, because you can have little pops of color in here, a little bit like a rose tone smoky eye look in here, but you also have that perfect everyday glam look in here as well. I've done that silver. I do kind of want to go into treasure, because this is an eye topper right here that I just dug my finger into. This is an eye topper, so this right here is very, very light in pigment, and I just kind of want to tap that right here. Just kind of add a little bit of extra sparkle. I'm going to go do the other eye off camera. I'm probably going to throw on some false lashes. I'm just going to take the shade right here called Alter, and we're going to use this to blend my false lashes with my real lashes. You guys know that I love doing that. Like, it's just my go-to thing. I'm not one that ever does liquid liner, just because I personally suck at it. So this has been like a hack that I've done for years, to take this black liner, and just stamp along my waterline so I could blend my false lashes with my real lashes. Okay, so now that the eyes are on, we're going to go into the face. So I'm going to start off with just the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipsing Primer right here, just to make sure I'm going to control some of that oil that may seep through. So make sure I'm giving this foundation a fair chance, and I know how well that this primer works. It does a really great job it does a really good job of holding back the oil. Not as good as like my one size, but I am running a little on my one size, and I do have to pick another one up. And so I'm saving that one mostly for when I go to work, so my makeup can last like 9 hours. I'm also going to try the Pixie This is the Flawless and Poreless Primer. This is a mattifying perfecting primer. This primer helps to minimize the appearance of pores, prolonging makeup stay. Skin texture improves with the velvet finish, infused with salicylic acid to keep skin clear. Added rose and vitamin E for extra care, and skin stays shine free and easily prepped for flawless makeup application. It has a matte finish, and it's for all skin types. Okay, this is how it looks. Oh, it has that like weird rose scent. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of a rose scented anything. I'm just not a fan of like rose scents for the most part. Some can work, but some don't. And this is like leaving like a white cast on the face. What is happening? It is very smoothing, but it also feels very drying as well. I'm just not a big fan of that. It left kind of like that weird white cast to it, but hopefully that just means that it's going to lock in. Now, while this is settling down, I am going to put the Sigma primer on my nose, because my nose tends to not want to hold a lot. So I'm just going to put this on to try to make sure that the makeup holds on nicely onto the nose. So for foundation, I did buy the Rare Beauty True to Myself Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. I did get the shade 9, so light neutral. This is an airy whipped foundation that stays true to you all day with a medium buildable coverage and a skin light matte finish. This is supposed to be perfect for those who have oily skin like myself. So I actually have seen people try this. I just don't know if I've seen anyone do a wear test. So I'm going to do an all-day wear test to see how well this holds up on my oily skin. I hope I got the right shade. I will say I do like the packaging. I like that you can lock and unlock that. That's actually really, really nice. Makes it easy to travel with. So we're going to unlock it. I'm going to pump this into my hand. Trying to find the perfect shade was not the easiest. Trying to find the perfect shade match was not the easiest. So I hope that I found the right one, but we shall see. So let me go ahead and, oh, I don't know. Oh, that's yellow. That is definitely yellow. What is with yellow foundations? I know NARS does the same thing. Like, why? I even tried doing the shade match of like other foundations that I have with the right shades, and this is what I recommended. So I don't know, y'all. Okay, look at the difference. When it first applies, it's very yellow, but it does have it does oxidize down, which is good to know. It's definitely turning more into like my color right here. So I think I might have gotten the right color, but coming in at first, that is very yellow. So it does oxidize down. I feel like it also dries kind of quickly. So that's something to definitely take note too. It is very easy to blend, but I do think it kind of dries a little quickly. Okay, so this is how it's looking. I will say it does have a really nice finish to it. It says it's supposed to be like a skin-like finish. I definitely can still see a little bit of my skin peeking through. It definitely is on the medium coverage side. It does oxidize down, which is really nice because I got really worried when it first applied that this was too yellow, but it is oxidizing down to like the right shade. So I do like that. I really am hoping that this is going to definitely last throughout the day, because if it does, this could be like another good go-to foundation for me. So I am liking how it's looking so far, but obviously we're going to keep testing this out. Up next, I had to pick up the Sephora bronzer stick right here. You guys know that I love the Sephora matte bronzer. So when they came out with a bronzing stick, I thought this would be a perfect time to try it out, especially it was only 30% off. So I was like, this is absolutely perfect for me to test this product out. And I'm really excited because, like I said, I really loved the matte the matte bronzer, so I'm really hoping I like the cream bronzer. I got the lightest shade. It might be a little bit too warm. Okay, let's try this out though. Let's not knock it till we try it. Okay, this is a very warm bronzer. Oh my god. I like having a warm bronzer, but there's some that's just a little bit too orange in undertone. I feel like that's what this is, although it is blending out really, really nicely. So I'm making sure I'm really stippling it into the skin. But when you guys saw that I first applied it, it was orange. It was orange. I don't like bronzers that are too orangey. Like, there's nothing wrong with warmth, but you don't need to have such an intense orange pigmentation to it either. After blending it in, it definitely tones down just a bit, so it's not so warm and so orange, which I do appreciate, because at first, when I first was swatching, I was like, oh god, this is going to be a little bit too much, but it's definitely toning itself down. It's actually a really pretty color, and I think it's blending really, really nicely into this foundation. So for cream blush, I did buy the multi-use cream blush from Sephora as well. I really wanted to try this out because I really have been enjoying the Sephora products. Besides, they're a pretty affordable brand, and since I really liked a few products already tried for them, I figured I could try this. And I do love a good cool pink. So that's what this is supposed to be. It looks like it's a cushion, but let's try this out. I'm going to take it on the Morphe M42, M200. Oh, this is the 200. This is the 240. I have my brushes wrong, but I'm going to try it on the M200 brush. And let's see how this looks. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that is really pretty. That is just like melting straight into the skin. Do you guys see that? That is a really pretty color. It's very light, which I love. I could definitely add more pigmentation to make this a little bit more intense, but I actually like how kind of soft it is. Makes it very, very easy to blend. Oh, that's so pretty. That's really pretty. Oh my god, I like that. I like that a lot. Ah, okay, awesome. Also, you guys have been seeing me stare at my crusty lips. I'm so sorry. For concealer, we're just going to go in with my mini Hourglass concealer right here. Really, really do love this concealer. Right, then I'm going to set my under eye with a hard candy powder right here. I actually really like this powder for setting the under eye. It's so pretty. I'm going to Make It by Mario. This is going to be the F2 brush right here. And we're going to set my under eyes. Then I'm going to set the rest of the face, my Nikkia Joy Cosmetics finishing powder right here. And then I'm going to spritz the face with the Kimchi Chic setting powder, a setting spray. And then we're going to go into powdered bronzers. So these next two products, I did not buy myself. I had a very, very wonderful friend buy these two products for me because they felt that I should try these products at least once. And they were incredibly kind and so sweet. They specifically asked me not to say who they were, anything like that. So I'm not giving them any credit because they want zero credit. But just know that these two products are something that I never thought I would ever try, and I'm just beyond grateful because I was very, very kind of them to do. They did not have to do it. They did on their own free will. They said, we were happened to be in this section, and I was talking about this brand, and they were like, pick an item, and I was like, what? And they said, pick an item. So I didn't know which one to pick, and they said, screw it, pick both. And that was so incredibly kind. So I'm going to be going in with the Hourglass Ambient Bronzer right here. Now, I did pick the lightest shade. I think I picked the lightest shade. This was actually very difficult to do. I didn't know what to do. I've never done this. I've never had somebody just be like, you pick this. I'm like, what? It's such a unique feeling to have someone do that to you. They were very, very kind, and I'm definitely cannot wait till I could pay it forward one day. But I didn't know what to get, and they told me just to get both. So we're going to try the bronzer. A lot of you guys have always said how much you guys love the Hourglass bronzers and highlighters and like illuminating powders. You guys always want to try them. So we're going to try them today. I really, really hope I like these. The person that did this for me, they absolutely love these powders. So I'm really excited to try this out because I've heard amazing things about this. So we're going to go in. I know they have just a little bit of like a radiance to them from what I was told, but I was also told they blend so seamlessly and effortlessly, and they told me to try this product before I ever considered buying like the $90 product. They told me to try this. So I am, because I was originally going to buy the mini sizes during the Sephora saving event, but I ended up not doing that because of everything that's, you know, happened with Corey and Kaya. I ended up just not doing it because the mini sizes are still like almost $30 a piece. So I ended up passing on it. And so they were like, yeah, no, not in my watch. So that was so kind. And wow, this is like blending out really nicely. I can see a little bit of shininess to it, but we're going to see how I like this. I'm going to keep testing this product out. But when I swatched it in stores, it felt incredibly soft. I think it's like a diffusing powder, I think what I saw. Like, so when I swatched it in stores, it looked really, really, really pretty. And I've heard great things about this. You guys have told me to try this last year during the Sephora saving event. Like when the $90 palette came out, you guys said that how much you guys loved it and I should try it. So that is what we're doing today. Oh, that is very soft on the head. I can see like what looks like a little bit of like sparkle. So it looks like it does add a little bit of sparkle to the face, but it is looking really, really nice. And then for blush, we're going to go into the ambient lighting blush, and this is going to be in the shade called Mood Exposure. I was told that this is this person's favorite blush color, so I figured we'd try this today. It looks really pretty, and we're going to take it on another Morphe brush right here. Oh, that's pretty. That goes on like very like almost airbrushed. That's crazy. Is that what it's supposed to do? What? Wow. It definitely has a glow to it though, for sure. It is very, very, very soft in pigment though. So I wonder if it's like one of those blushes that you could definitely like build up because it's very soft in pigment. It's very, very pretty. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's insane. Whoa, that's crazy. That's so pretty. Okay, wait, I need like just a very soft blush to go with, a highlighter go with that. So I'm gonna go into the Luminizer bronzer from Dior. Bronzer, oh my God, highlighter from Dior. Just gonna softly add just a little right there. Ooh, might be a little bit too much, but we'll tone it down. Crazy. I don't know how I'm gonna not keep this clean though. Oh my God. Whoa. Ugh. Intense. It's intense. Okay. Alrighty. So, ooh, that's so expensive. Okay. Now we're going to just finish off the under eyes. I think I'm just going to do what I did at the very top. I think I'm just going to take the shade called Moody and Dusty Rose. I think I'm just going to blend them softly underneath my waterline and probably just add like a white liner. I feel that'd be really pretty to go with it. Okay. So to finish off the inner corner, we're going to go into this shade right here called Treasure one more time. I actually want to take this eye topper. That's mostly like what it is. It's just like an eye topper. And we're going to put that right here because I feel like it'd be so pretty to kind of accentuate that shade because it has a little bit of like sparkle reflex to it. I'm going to lay this right here and right here. And then for the inner corner, I think I'm just going to take the shade right here called Bubbly. We're going to put that in the inner corner. Just a very, very light, simple shimmer shade. For lips, I did buy the Edam. This is going to be the Shakira Shaved Ice. This has been sold out everywhere. You can find it online, but trying to find it in person, you cannot do it. It's this lip softening balm. I just want to try it before I put on a lip shade to see if I like this because everybody has been trying to get their hands on this product right here. And I really just want to know why. Oh, wow. That is very cold. I just want to know what the big deal is about this particular like lip balm that everybody's going crazy about. And so I could also see the shade. So this is the shade. Has a very, very nice vanilla scent to it. It has a very nice like vanilla cupcake scent and taste. I love how cooling the applicator is. But it feels extremely thick, but like in a very, very soft, hydrating way. Like I could definitely feel it sitting on my lips for sure. And when I do this, I could feel that product. It is on the thicker side, but it does feel really soft and comfortable on the lips. Okay, we're gonna definitely have to use that. But I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it off. So I just want to see what the color was before I did anything. And then I am going to go in with a lip liner. I think I'll use a Maybelline Morphe lip liner today. I'm going into the shade called Girl Talk. It's like a lavender shade. Now I am going to go into a lip gloss. I'm gonna go into lip balm. I had a wonderful subscriber. Her name is Barbara. She actually bought me 2 of the Fenty Beauty Lip Kiss right here. Oh my god, I was so excited. But when we were at Sephora, me and Leah, when we were out shopping together, we made each other do something that we normally wouldn't have done. She made me buy her favorite lip balm, which is going to be the Blazing Donut, and I made her buy the Tulip Kiss. Now, I actually wore this to the BK and Beekman event. I wore this, but I also mixed it with the Tulip Kiss because it was a little bit too cool tone on me, but we're going to go ahead and use this today because I feel like it'd be really pretty for the eye look. This is Leah's favorite. See how it pulls like a cool tone pink? This is Leah's favorite. To me, it's like a very purpley lip. It is very pretty, but I did mix Tulip Kiss with it because I had to tone down how purple the lip was. But for the video today, we will use it. And then I think I'm going to take this lip balm. I think I'm going to put it right on top because, like, why not? Why not? It's very thick. Ooh, that's a really pretty mix. That pink is already lighting that purple shade up a little bit. Okay, now before we finish off the makeup, we have one more product to try, and it's from Laneige. This is the Neo Essential Blurring Finishing Powder. It is blurring, it absorbs oil, it's smooth, and it's supposed to be very, very efficient at trying to control the sebum production on the face to really contain that oil. This is what it looks like. And you just push down. Interesting. Okay. Oh my god. Y'all see the difference? Texture? Barely any texture. What? Y'all can clearly see the difference between the two sides, right? Like, oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Let me turn my head this way so you guys can see how this powder worked. Oh my god, it really helps to blur those pores. Holy crap. It made my face very smooth. Like, holy crap, it did. It made my face very smooth, but it also removed the makeup off my nose. That is a no-no. Because my other finishing powders don't do that. But we will cover that up by taking a little bit of the highlighter. And kind of putting that right back here. Wow, it definitely does smooth the appearance of my pores. My nose is a little bit messed up. Maybe this is going to be a learning curve. But I'm going to set my face with the L'Oreal Infallible True Setting Mist. And this is going to be the final look right here. I actually think it turned out really beautiful. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys out before we do our wear test. Alrighty, so here is the final look. I have to say, I think everything turned out really beautiful. I love the way the Sigma palette performed. It's a very, very soft, just neutral, everyday palette with a little bit of sultry colors in here. I didn't use the brush, but I really do like how the mattes are very pigmented and those shimmers do blend really easily on them. This is available now if you guys do want to check it out. If you guys love a good neutral moment, this is going to be for you because it's like a perfect everyday palette. Love how that performed. The primer formed really nicely. The foundation, while it definitely was a little questionable at first in terms of color, I do like how it actually oxidized down. It actually turned nice and matte. It is a medium coverage, so you could definitely work with it, but it does look really pretty. The 2 Sephora products right here, I questioned it at first, but then I trusted the process and I actually really like how it ended up coming together. The 2 Hourglass products, oh my god. They are so beautiful. The way they just diffuse on the skin so lightly, they give me like a really blurred effect, especially that blush. It is no wonder you guys have told me to try this for so long. So far, first impressions, I'm really impressed with these 2 products and I cannot wait to keep trying them out. The lip products, so far, I really am liking the lip products. I don't know where the other one is at the moment. I actually am really liking them both. I really am liking the combo that these 2 created. Balm right here from Edam. Oh my god, it's so thick, but like in such a soft, hydrating way. I really am liking how this is working. The eye patches I wore earlier, really soft, kind of give my eyes a little bit of brighten effect, which I really do appreciate. The only thing I did not try in today's video is Ilia. I did buy the Ilia Sun Serum Mineral Sunscreen. I'm going to try this in a different video, but because I'm trying the Rare Beauty Foundation test, I don't want to mix this and not have the right results. So we're going to try this in a different video. And then lastly, we had the Laneige like finishing powder. Y'all, that literally like blurred my pores. Like that's insane. Like that's crazy. But the question is going to remain, how are these products going to hold up on oily skin? Is it going to last for 12 hours? We're going to put that to the test. But first impressions, y'all, we had a good first impressions. The last couple ones have been a little questionable, but this one, so far, I like everything that I got. I feel really beautiful, and I'm really excited to see how these products continue to perform. But with that said, let's go ahead and dive into the 12-hour wear test. Okay, so it's only been about 5.5 hours. And this is how we're looking so far. As you guys can see, I'm already starting to get oily. My lips are holding on for the most part. Eyes are holding on to take off the lashes because I just got annoyed with them. But I'm already getting oily, and it's been 5.5 hours. Oh no, looks like the finishing powder is not working, and it looks like the foundation might not be working either. Oh no, shade ain't so. I had such high hopes. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll definitely come back in like another 6.5 hours to see how we're holding, but this is literally 5.5 hours in. And it's just not wanting to hold, babes. It's not wanting to hold. Okay, guys, so it's been over 12 hours, and this is how the makeup is looking. I thought that I would be way more oily than what I am, because at the 5.5 hour mark, y'all already saw the oil seeping through, but this is just kind of like where it stopped. It didn't really progress too much further than this. The nose, it did not last. I tried my little trick, and normally it works, but the nose did not last. I don't think it helped that my dog Kaya, after she got done eating, wanted to lick my face, so I don't think that it helped. So that did not last at all. You could definitely see where it's come off, and it came off on this side as well. But everywhere else, I mean, my lips just kind of struggling a little bit. My chin's not looking the best. But the forehead, missing a little bit of product right here. But the forehead's still holding, and the cheeks are still holding. I definitely have some fallout right here, probably from like the, yeah, it's the eyeshadow that kind of fell off because I took my lashes off long ago. And you can see some of the flaking right here too. But surprisingly, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, I could definitely clean it up. Lips did not last. Lip liner did, but that's pretty much about it. But it's mostly around this little region right here where the makeup did not last. But I did get oily. So I think it's safe to say that this is not fully foolproof. You do get oily while wearing this. Same thing with the same with the Rare Beauty foundation. You're definitely going to still get oily. Is it the worst oil? No. I've definitely seen a lot of worst oil. I've definitely seen a lot worse in my years of doing this and practicing. I will say the blush and bronzer, y'all, still holding on. The highlighter just kind of mixed with the oil, but I actually am pretty impressed overall for how we're looking after 12 hours. I generally thought we'd be a lot more oily based upon the 5.5 hour mark, but surprisingly it held on to an extent. Is this oily proof? No. You'll definitely still get oily wearing this, but I'm gonna keep testing this out all month long. So not just April, all the way until the end of May to give you guys my true thoughts on this. I will say that I do like the fact that it did oxidize down. So at first, when I first tried it, it was super yellow, but it definitely did oxidize down. So that is good. It turned out to be a pretty decent color, shade match for myself, which I really do appreciate. But yeah, we're gonna keep testing it out. But oily skin approved? No, but it's not a bad product either. But we're gonna keep testing out. So that's my first impressions. Everything else, like the blush and the bronzer, I really do like so far. And lip liner held on, but even the eyeshadow held on really, really well for the most part. So yeah, overall pretty impressive first impressions. But we'll obviously do a 1 month check-in at the end of the month. I'll keep wearing this throughout all my different videos while filming, so I can keep testing this out. And I even tried it against my one size product. I even used like my Holy Girl setting spray and setting powders, but yeah, I still got oily in the end. So that's all right. We're gonna keep testing it out. But first impressions, it's not bad, guys. So that, my most beautiful friends, is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes these beautiful, wonderful patron members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, besties, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.